I froze some parsley, chopped it up and put it in zip freezer bags. So I just took out, I don't measure a lot of things, I just took out a handful of the parsley, and I'm going to chop it up finer, and I have got one small sweet onion chopped up. So I'm going to, this is a step one of making salmon veggie burgers, and about a half of a cup of the green peppers, and these are really diced up because I had put them in the food processor, and it really chops them up really small, but it'll be okay for the veggie burger. So I just took a knife, a steak knife, and I just chopped some of it out of my zip freezer bag that's frozen. This is all the celery I have left, and I'm not worrying about going to the market. I'm just going to use this, and really it can be either or with celery. And I'm going to grate up one carrot. I'm going to chop this up fine because it takes a little longer than this other stuff to cook. I've got my one carrot grated and that little bit of celery grated. So now is when the creativity has got to set in, because I don't use GMO foods. I no longer have a cracker habit, which I was addicted to eating crackers and any carb. So I have got to come up with a way to bind this without the crackers. And I also want to mention these bones. I know that a lot of people probably throw those away, but I eat those. I eat those, and any of these other little bones you just mash up because that's got high calcium content. And the skin, all of that I don't waste. Of course, I grew up poor, and I have a different way of doing things. I'm not recommending anybody do anything the way I do it. I'm just showing you the way I do things. And I eat those bones, and I mash up the smaller bones in the salmon. Okay, I've mashed up the can of red salmon, and I've got 2 eggs I'm going to beat up, incorporate that. Add a tablespoon of hemp seed and a tablespoon of the chia. I'm going to add the chia, I'm going to add that to the egg because it really needs moisture, and you know, it's just, it will expand, and I think maybe, hopefully, it will help to hold together this salmon cake. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to get 1 potato out, which is going to be a really strange combination with this maybe, but that 1 potato I'm hoping will take the place of not having any crackers or oatmeal or anything like that in. Okay, there it is. I added a teaspoon of mild cayenne pepper and about a half a teaspoon of sea salt, so it's ready to get it started. Equal amount of butter, real butter, and extra virgin organic coconut oil. Use a large spoon to put it in the pan, and then I just mash it down with the back of the spoon, like so. But you're getting an idea how much one can of salmon, whenever you add all this other to it, how far. So that made 7 veggie salmon burgers. But now the real test is when I go to turn it, will the 1 cooked potato and the tablespoon of the chia seeds and the 2 eggs be enough to hold it together? To get 1 looked over, and it looks pretty good. But the rest, I had a time, I used this spatula, a heavier duty spatula that's really used for outdoor grilling. Now I've already tasted it, and I really like the taste of it, the different vegetables in there, and I do like salmon cakes. The only issue is if you're using a stainless steel pan, everything likes to stick really well to a stainless steel pan. So I started it out on 4 and then turned it down to 2, and then I had to take it off of the stove to you know, try to get it to loosen up on the bottom, because it just wants to stick like glue to the bottom. So now I've got to turn down, well, it's on 2 right now. So I've tasted it. I think it tastes quite tasty, but whatever people likes to put in their salmon cakes. Just had some brown rice on hand, but I'm out of it. So this is greens and tomatoes, and tomato from the garden. Now, what is more healthy? Little kale leaves and lettuce and cilantro and beet greens. Just don't get any better than that. So, and salmon cakes, but let me tell you guys, you gotta have a non-stick, a good quality non-stick, not Teflon pan, and then you can turn this, I believe, without falling up to pieces. Okay, there it is, and I've already taken out some to give it a try, and I like it. The 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper is a little bit of a zing. If you know, you might not want that much, maybe a half a teaspoon, but I kind of like the hot taste. So that's it, and it's just a matter of getting it out of the pan.